What's going on, you guys? DZRCKS here, back with another video, and in this one I'm going to give you guys 6 tips on how to start your YouTube. If you're new here, make sure you go ahead and subscribe for putting more content just like this. Hit the notification bell so you don't miss any of the stuff we got going on, and make sure you give this video a like. With that said, run that intro, let's get right into it. Alright, so the first tip that I want to give is about gear and setup. A lot of people think that you need this crazy extravagant setup, this cool camera, this background and all this other stuff. It's not really necessary. You really kind of want to just make sure that you just start. You got to just start the YouTube, and the bare minimum that you need is just a smartphone. That's all you need. As long as your smartphone can take at least 1080p, that's one of the minimums. So you gotta have at least 1080p. If you can at least get 1080p quality, then that's all you really need. And with your smartphone, usually every phone can do 1080p, and you're able to edit and do all this other things. So it's really important that you don't think too hard about all the things that you need. That does come in time, but if you have a smartphone, that is really all you need to really get started on your YouTube. There's a few apps available that I personally used when I was starting out. So, in regards to using your smartphone to really film and record and edit videos, 2 of the programs that I really used was PicsArt, and I used Power Director. Those 2 put together and your smartphone could literally maintain your YouTube just based on that. You have PicsArt to edit any kind of pictures or make this or make that, and you have Power Director to do all of your editing for you. Now, when it comes to setup, there's only a few things that you really have to focus on. One is lighting. You have to have good lighting, but you don't need some really kind of expensive setup, you know what I mean? You don't need all these extra lights and all the other stuff. Some of the best thing to use for lighting is natural light. So when you have a good sunny day, open up the blinds, get to a good place where the light is on you. Try not to stand away from the light, because then you're going to see a lot of shadows that you don't want. But use the natural lighting, find a good place, and just set up and then start to record. The second thing you also want to focus on is sound quality. If you are using your smartphone, a lot of these have great microphones, so it's picking up a lot of great sound. When you move on later to different types of cameras, you will want to pick up microphones, but your smartphone as of now should be enough. That first step is one of the ones that really keeps a lot of people from starting their YouTube. They think they need so much. You really don't. You really just need a few basics, and you're really going to be able to grow from there. The few basics, like I said, are lighting, sound, and video quality. As long as you have those, like I said, most smartphones are going to give you that, then you're already ready to start your YouTube. Second tip is try to build a schedule. The bare minimum you want to post is once a week. You want to try to take the time to make sure that you're taking the proper amount of time to get the level of quality that you want from the video. How, fit it in with your schedule. If you have work full time, if you have this, if you have that, and you can only kind of work on it a bit, and focus on that one, focus on the time where you can really put in the time and really put it out. Focus on that, because if you build a schedule, you'll start to build a regular fan base. People will start to expect the videos. It will start slow, but people will start to expect it, people will start to follow along, and people will get used to that, and then it fits your schedule and you're not doing anything outside of what is capable for you. I like to break down my cycle of putting a video out. I try to put out a couple of videos a week, but if you're just doing one, you at least got to focus on 4 things. That is planning, filming, editing, and networking. As long as you focus on those 4 and you give yourself enough time to do it, plan out your videos, okay? Go through everything that you need to do, everything that you need to talk about. Try to really plan it out so you're not kind of fumbling, yada, yada, yada. Really plan it out. Then get to filming it. Once you film it, then all you gotta do is get to editing it, which is a bulk of the time, especially when you're just starting off. Make sure that you can put that nice touch on it when it comes to that. And then after that is networking. So you're uploading it, you're putting the right tags, you're doing everything that you need to put the video out there. Put it on your Instagram, put it on your Facebook, your Twitter, your this, your that. Really try to network that video out to help it gain the views that you want. So you really want to make sure that you figure out your schedule, figure out the schedule that you want your uploads to be, and really try to target that time frame and really go for it. Number 3, this is one of the most important ones, is find your niche. You have to have something that you want to put out there for YouTube. Myself being a dancer, dance was my first niche. That's the first thing. But that goes into the next tip, is you want to try to double niche, okay? So I'm a dancer, that's my niche. I love to dance, I know about dance, I study dance, I do this, I do that, I'm in the dance community, that's my niche. But there's a lot of other dancers that have YouTube, there's a lot of other dance organizations that have YouTube. What is separating you from them? Because if it's just dance in the same way, it's going to be difficult. You're going to give people a more difficult decision to pick on what they want, because it's the same thing. So that's where that second niche comes in. So for me, it's dance and it's comedy. And then the other one on top of that, because I'm really integrating, is dance and teaching. I do tutorials. That's different than a lot of other YouTubes that are just putting out their dance videos and doing this and doing that. That teaching part is that second niche. You got to figure out, what do you want to put out? What are your interests that you want to put out? So dance, teaching, and comedy, those are my niches. So I combined the three to make one YouTube. So you want to make sure that you're trying to think about, well, why are people going to watch me? The why is important. Why are people going to watch me? What are the elements that they're going to get out of you? Find the things that can make you and separate you and give you a detailed network that's coming in. So the thing that you want to do is that you want to make sure that you have, don't just pick anything, make sure you have a true interest. If you don't have a true interest, it's going to be really hard, and you're going to get burnt out so fast by having to talk about something that you really don't like mess with like that. So you want to make sure that you find something that you're truly interested in, something that it's going to take a while for you to get burnt out. You truly believe in it. And when you have that, it's going to be a lot more easy to engage with you as a YouTuber, and we're going to be a lot more likely to subscribe to your channel. The reason that you want to do this is because you're trying to find your target audience. Find the people who have this. There's a couple of things that go into YouTube. You're either entertainment, you're either teaching, or solving a problem. But these are kind of the main ones that really have the success. If you're entertaining, people are going to subscribe for that. Or you're teaching something, like somebody wants to learn how to draw, so you're going to teach them how to draw. Or you're solving a problem. If you have a car problem and hey, you want to learn how to change your oil, if you put a video of that, especially on a specific car, you're going to get a lot of views, because there's going to be people who got this problem who want it solved. YouTube is the second biggest search engine ever. So you want to make sure that you're trying to take advantage of those kind of qualities, and then start to really detail out your niche and how you want to target your audience, and how you're going to build this based on something that you're interested in. You want to take your interest, build your network, build your following, and that's going to get your YouTube really cracking. All right, tip number 4 is to network and engage. Find other YouTubers that are interested in what you're doing. Connect with them. Just get into their comment box. Leave some comments for them. Really watch their stuff. Right? Find the interest that you're now trying to have people do the same thing for your YouTube. So you want to make sure that you're doing that for other people's YouTube, to really kind of build that rapport with the other YouTubers in the community, so they can look at you like, hey, oh yeah, you're always on my stuff. Hey, what's up? How you doing? Blah, 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 blah. You build your network that way even faster. And make sure that you engage with your comments. When people leave comments, respond to it. At least put a like, put the heart, respond to them if you can. If they have questions, make sure you answer them. Make sure that you're engaging with the people who are engaging with you. 4 years, 5 years later, I still get comments on the moonwalk video. But what's so cool is that people actually acknowledge the fact that, wow, this long later, he's still responding and still answering questions, because I really care about your guys' questions. So as you're trying to build this network and community around your videos, you want to make sure that they feel appreciated for the comments, for this, for the views, for what they're doing. So you reward them by, hey, what's up? I'm going to respond to you. I'll say what's up, or maybe I'll shout you out. Things of this nature really build a good rapport, so you get a really interactive community behind your videos. All right, number 5 is content. Everybody knows content is king. You can tag it bad, do this, content is king. It doesn't have to look the best, but the quality does have to be there. So you got to really try to focus on trying to get more quality instead of quantity. You can put a video out every day, but if it's crap and the sound is crap, it's got bad quality, nobody's really going to watch it. So like I said, really just try to focus on building your content at first. All you have to do with YouTube is just upload. And people are gonna watch it. People are not gonna watch it. Some will do better, some will do worse. The thing is to just upload, but try to make sure that you're uploading with a certain standard of quality. And just know that, like I said before, your first videos are gonna be your worst videos, that's for sure. Looking at the first video that I did for this channel, trash. I look at even old beat rocker videos, trash. No lighting, no this, no that, just doo-doo, it's trash. But looking at it now and what we're doing, we're starting to understand, like, okay, this is the things, the qualities that are really important for videos to really have the best chance of success. So you want to make sure that you're focused solely on just creating the content. Don't be so overly focused on creating the best kind of quality that you just don't put anything out. You want to just put it out. You're only going to have certain limitations as of right now. So just put it out. You're going to continue to grow, and you're going to be able to put out better and better and better videos over time. But you want to make sure that you're just putting them out. As long as you follow those couple of tips about sound, lighting, and quality, video quality, then you're going to be good. Just start to put it out. Start to put out your content. Make sure that you believe in your content. Make sure that it's something that you're interested in. All right, last but not least is your YouTube setup. You want to make your page setup. Just make sure it's not ugly. You want to make sure that you try to invest in, like I said, PixArt, and put up a good header. You want to make sure you have a good headshot so people can identify your page from everybody else. It's really important that you put thumbnails too. Very legible thumbnails are always going to be the best. Try not to make it just the default pictures. Take some time to really make those thumbnails. More than likely, people are going to pick your video based on the thumbnail. You could be teaching the exact same thing, but based on the thumbnails, what people are going to pick first, just because it looks a little bit more trustworthy, a little bit more professional. So thumbnails are very important. That's why you want to use that PixArt to make sure that you are doing good thumbnails that are going to draw attention right to the eye. Try not to put very small text. Put things that are like, I look at the thumbnail and know exactly what your video is about. You want to make sure that people have no problem identifying it without reading the caption. So yeah, those are the few tips that I have for you guys to start a YouTube. Like I said, I get this question all the time. There's a lot of people who've been waiting for this video for a long time. I'm sorry, I'm so sorry. I think these key points are very important. If you have any other questions, get in the comment box, let's talk about it. I'm probably gonna do a lot more of these videos because I have a big interest in YouTube and starting it, because I've been doing it for a long time, all the way back to Beat Rockers. So at least probably 15 years or so, something like that, 10 years. But I think it's really dope, so I wish you luck on your YouTube journey. Make sure you like this video. Go ahead and subscribe if you haven't already. But yeah, other than that, I'll see you guys in the next one.